Okay. Hi, welcome to rmwraps. My name is Randy Miller, and what I'm doing stage or testing 2, and it's Bodaq or yeah. So sorry, we just got done doing this guy right here, and I think it looks great. It looks awesome. Lots of different kind of textures and everything. Actually, this has some good textures on it. Not sure if you can see that or not. Also, now we're going to do this door, and I'm going to show you little techniques, but also we're testing out this new product we're going to possibly carry. So you can see we're going to use this dark wood, and you can see there's textures to it. Bodaq, that's it. I gotta remember that name. So we're gonna start doing this. So this is actually a cheaper door. We got at Home Depot, and it's not painted. It's papered. There's a paper on it, and every job's a little bit different, and you always want to tackle a certain job differently. And so on this one, there's like little slip marks right here and here, and these corners right here. So, and you don't want the vinyl. We're going to tackle the front part first, and then the next part next. Again, every job's a little different, so I'm trying to think of if I should actually, I should do the front or the I'm trying to visualize right now. Maybe I should have done this before I started the video, but I'm going to try and keep it real. So on this one, yeah, I'm going to actually do the top part here. Okay, so the tools I am going to use is from Y'all Tools, and actually it's a really thin, I'm not sure how thin it is, but basically I get the vinyl down, I shove it right here, and it's a perfect thickness. So when I'm cutting, it's continuous right there. And so what I'm going to do is hit this first. I already cut everything in strips, and I'm just going to kind of lay it down right here so I'm not cutting. I'll show you the techniques we're going to be doing. It is always like a little game plan before I even start doing anything. So there's little cut marks here. So okay. I think we are good. So for Y'all Tools, I highly recommend getting one of these guys. Got the Y'all Tools knives and the blades, the Teflon blades. Also, let's call it Twin Bodyguard. What it does, you can see it cuts a little bit. It cuts 1 inch. And that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack it on here, and I'm going to show you little techniques on that too. So, and it just cuts the backing, the paper, not the vinyl itself. Well, that's what I call tacking it on. Also, I use the primer 94. I use around the edges, also around right in the corner, right in these corners right here. Then my vinyl just sticks a little bit better, and I also cleaned it with rubbing alcohol. Now, a little trick with this: if the vinyl gets on top of this, you get a one-time shot to do this. So if the vinyl gets on top of that, you'll pull it off, and then it's just like wrapping on drywall. You got one shot. So if you pull it off, you're going to get the paper underneath. So what I recommend doing is this is a lot less tacky than the door or than the vinyl itself. And I'm just going to kind of not push it down all the way. Just going to tack it on just enough. I want to double check only thing. Yeah, so it pulls off really nicely. So that's good. So I'm kind of protecting before I wrap. Like I said, you got one shot doing this. Going right up to the edge. And I do this with a lot of, you can use this blue tape or the green tape. Use tan tape, it's a nightmare to work with, it's sticky. The green,
Clear.
or clear. The blue tape has different days, day tape. I think this is a 14-day tape right here I'm using right here. There's 14 day. The blue or the green tape has an 8-day tape. It's just the stickiness of the tape that makes it easier to, or won't damage the subject. So okay, here, let me zoom up a little bit more. Get you that going right there. Okay, so when I use the bodyguard knife, double cut knife, so you can actually see, I can pull that off, and I'm going to make sure it covers all the way around. What I'm going to be doing, I'm going to tack it on, and then I'm going to cut right where these edges are at, so it has some kind of relief. Okay. So I made sure it fits and everything. I'm going to make sure it goes over. I'm going to push a little tack right there. At the same time, I am testing this vinyl out. So, but I'm kind of doing the video on how to, but also seeing how this vinyl is applied. Okay, so it's not moving anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Actually, feels pretty good.
Is that the piece you were going to primer?
No.
Oh, that's in there. Okay.
Yeah, it's in the door.
I have the drawer top to that too.
Yeah.
All that stuff on it, so I took it off for you.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Okay, so I know where the corner is right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some scissors. So I'm not cutting into this. And I'm just going to do like a little 45. I'm going to aim right towards past. So you can kind of see how it relieves the stress right there. Same thing. Hopefully they can see that. So I'm going to go aim for the corner and go past just a little bit. And the time you wrap this, you will never see that little cut. It's probably going to be 1/8 inch cut a little further in. There you go. It just relieves the pressure. That's all it does. Okay. Let's see if I can get maybe a little closer than that. Give you some more details on this. Sorry about the moving around. I just want to show you guys. Alright. That's a little bit better. Alright. Okay, so next. This is what I do. You can do whatever you want to do, but this is what I do when I have to have these panel doors. Shove that in there. And you can see the vinyl releasing a little bit, not as much tension. And you can get as close as you can. And if you do see a gap where you cut, that's not a big deal because you can actually use wood putty or wood filler. I do that every once in a while. But again, I'm just testing out the vinyl. It feels really good. It feels just like the vinyls I work with all the time. Okay, you see how I'm just kind of shoving that in there? You can see how it's releasing right there in the corners. And I'm just shoving it in there. Now I'm using this tool right here. It's the yellow tools. And it gets it in deeper. You want to get as close as you can to the edge. And the less heat you use on a product, the better. Okay, so next, a new blade. I always have new blades when I start a project. And make sure there's no air bubbles in it either. And it looks like it comes out, the air bubbles come out really nicely. Okay, so what we're going to do, there's two different ways I can do this. I can go right here. I'm going to do like almost a 45-degree angle cut. The reason why, get the blade a little further down. When you put the other vinyl on top of that, you want the vinyl to come, show you real quick, come and over right there, and you don't see how that looks really nice right there. So I'm going to make the angle cut right here. And you have a new knife, it just cuts much better. Okay, so like I said, a new 45-degree angle cut. Make sure it's nice and tight. And you can actually, if you want, you can actually, if there's any lip or another vinyl, or the vinyl coming up a little bit, you can actually take a little bit of sandpaper, or you can just take the knife and just kind of make little slits and everything. This is the way I like doing it. I mean, every installer does things a little bit different. I wouldn't take one piece, put it over, and try to shrink it in and go in here. I just see more troubles in the future. Definitely lifting up right here in the corner. Okay, now that is all safe and done. Where are you? So let's get this off. You could probably use 1-inch tape too. Totally up to you. I'm just showing you the new product, but also I'm testing it out, taking advantage of the, making videos, but also making how-to videos. This can apply for the Dynock and Belgian material. Actually, looks pretty good this way. I can easily leave it alone like this. Okay, next. Make sure I get all the tape off. And if you can't feel, when you go like this, if you can't feel any lip, that's good. And I'm being more detailed than. Okay, let me zoom out a little bit more. All right. Now, what I would do, what I did is I cut it with a straight edge ruler, and is perfectly straight on this side right here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the backing off. It's such a small unit. Oops, get rid of the hair. Okay. I'm going to make sure it overlaps just a little bit. And there it goes. Cut the little edges right there so it actually relieves and goes in. At the very, very end, I'm going to actually use a little bit of heat. See how it sinks right in? It's lined up perfectly. I don't have to use a knife. And that's the last thing I want to do is take a knife, cut right here, and then like a couple years down the road, the vinyl shrinks a little bit or whatever, then you'll see that little cut line right there. That's what I don't want to see. So it looks so far, let's see if I get a little close-up of that. You can kind of see I don't need to cut. I add a little heat to this right here on the edge. It sinks, the vinyl sinks in a little bit more. The glue activates. Also, that little cut mark right, or that little crease mark right there. I'm going to do, see a perfect crease mark. I'm going to take my fingernail and it just sets it right there. Okay. Now it's different, well, several different ways we can do this right here. Do it around the edges and everything, or right here. What you want to do is relax the vinyl. You don't. If you heat it and stretch it, that's fine. But during time, it might shrink, and you can see the white underneath. The best way to do it, what I know or what I like doing, I do like a 45-degree angle cut, like right here. And there's tools for this too. But okay. And then this is the bottom. That is the bottom. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to go straight down. And then on the bottom, it's not really that important, but I'll show you the top part. But I like vinyl on top of vinyl, so it's, or you can do it this way. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's at a 40-degree angle cut. Or you can just go straight down. Try to get in the way. And then call it good. Actually, there's a little sliver right there I'm trying to fix right now.
Can you do it in order?
Okay. We're not going to do the back side or the inside of the door. We're just going to do the outside. Again, like I said, I'm just testing out this material and see how it acts. Okay. This is the top of the door. So we can do, again, let's see if I can zoom up a little bit closer than that. Okay. If you've got any comments or questions, comment down below. I can answer that later after the video, or after I get done with the video and everything. So you can see I'm just pushing down a little bit. You can actually see that little indentation of the corner. So what I'm doing is actually going to do a 45-degree angle cut. Let's get, sorry about that. Let me, oops. Let me get rid of this tail. Okay. It's a little bit better to work with. At the very end, I'm going to actually use a little bit of heat, and it'll sink in the vinyl and it'll activate the glue a bit more. Okay. So you can see like a 45-degree angle cut right there. Sometimes what I do is I go in a little bit, and then I go about a 1/4 inch in. And that guarantees that I'm not going to see any white. And it's wood grain. Come on. Okay, let me see if I can show you that right there. So it's about a 1/4 inch in. So when you overlap it, that a lot of people won't see that. So now what I'm going to do is just take my knife and I'm going to cut straight down. So that guarantees me that the vinyl's on top of vinyl, and it's great. It's sticking. I'll make sure. Oh, good. I'm still in. Let me zoom out a little bit more. Now I'm going to cut the excess off. Okay, like again, I'm going to add a little heat to it at the very end, but you can actually, oops, right there. You can see the corners look great. I'll try to take some snapshots of this and then put it on my websites and also other places. Okay, so I feel like a little lips right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do another. I'm going to cut slivers. That indicates. I mean, I like that. How? Let me go to the door. You can cut like little slivers. Just keep on cutting it off. Looks like a brand new door. Well, it is kind of a new door.
It is a new door.
It is a new door, but it looks.
Now it's a newer door.
When I was wrapping this, I kind of like just that alone. The white really popped out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this is actually looking pretty good. Okay. Let's do the next strip. So I like to be consistent. So there's this side right here that's been so the straight edge. Ruler. And if you need a cut, I mean, if you get extra over on this side, if you need a cut, it's fine. Less cuts you do, to me, it's better. So I'm just laying it down, and it doesn't have to go all the way down the bottom. That's the reason why I got the going up. So if you're short on going up right here, if you're on the lip right here, it doesn't matter because it's still in the dark end. It's tight. Okay. All right. Again, let's see if I can. There you go. I pinch it right here. I just push a little pressure down there. You can see exactly where the corner is. I usually do a 45-degree angle cut. And this is the bottom. So you can do flip it over, 1/8 inch going over right there. And like again, I said the vinyl. I like the vinyl on top of vinyl. It just hears it better. Okay. I'll call them back after this video. Okay. Pinch it. I'm going to push it down. 45. Now that's the top, so I would like to do is go from the side. And it's wood grain, so people will not see that little divot. Okay. Right, I'm just kind of being nitpicky. Okay. Oh, please. To be honest, you probably don't need to cut the excess off. but I'll just pulled a little bit of the hair off, so it's fine. Right now. And if there's like a little, I see a little white on the vinyl, that's not a big deal. You can actually use a marker. I would use like a brown marker, and you can get, so I don't know if you can see that. I'm just getting more detail stuff. There's a little white edge of the vinyl right there. You can actually take a felt tip marker and go like this, and then it'll disappear. All right, and that's straight edge right there. Same kind of thing. I can actually start right there. Actually, I'm gonna go a little further over because it's okay. I like to do my cuts. Cutting a little bit over on the side. There it goes. Oh, it's hard to see where the edge is. Okay, I can sink that in a little bit more. Okay. Loop it around. I see I put my little fingernail a little too further in, and then what I'm going to do is get a marker and fix that little guy right there. This is, I'll do the same thing all the job sites I do. I put this much detail into it. Again, at the very end, I like to add a little heat. I normally do on, if it's a good door, I normally do a double cut and lift it up. But with doors like this, you don't want to do a double cut because you will lift the paper up. So that's one negative thing about having cheap doors. But if you have real wood doors or laminated doors or something that's very durable, you just want to change the look of it. Take it off? No. Okay. We are done with that guy right there. Tell me what you guys think. This is one way that I do these kind of doors. This is kind of the only way you can do it to make it look good and last long. The proper way to do it. So, alright, I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to restart the video, and I'm going to be doing that boy right there, and then next I'm going to be doing that cabinet right there, after this. So stay tuned. I gotta return some of these phone calls too. All right. Thanks for watching. If you like this, subscribe to me. If you have any questions, seriously, comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Yes, no, this is stupid, or yeah, this is great. Looks great. Just give me inputs. That's why I love inputs. All right, guys. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.